Shalom, all praises to Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakah Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, and Shalom to those elect. This video is a response video to a re to Apostle Gabar's video. Take to the comment board, I believe. Time chance activation. Something to that effect. Basically, I watched a video. Watched the majority of the video. I didn't quite finish it because I was inspired through the Spirit. I was really looking for some inspiration, and I found it in this video. And time and chart about, basically feeding off of the question that was laid out by the brother on the comment board, and delving into some scriptures. And basically, I drew some precepts as well, just to go to be, Lord willing, build upon the point and edify through the Spirit and power. Yahweh B'Hashem El Shai B'Hashem Harakah Kadash. I'm gonna start off with a scripture which the apostle read, in the video. Which is Isaiah 30:20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and a water of affliction, yet shall not your teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. All right. So basically, this moment is down to time and chance. All right. That basically you've been fed the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, but the teachers won't be removed to a corner, but your eyes will see them. So even when you come into this word, and this is a point that, I want to mention towards the end, but, Spirit got me meditating on it now. But really the people that are looking for the word, it says they're the people that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right. So that means you're required to go for a certain amount of affliction, adversity. All right. So when you cross paths, it's the right time for the activation. That's the time and chance that happeneth to all men in this scenario. That in the crossing of that path, it'll be the right time to spark the spirit that's laying dormant, the giant within that's laying dormant, to be awakened and basically be activated to be a solid brick within the temple of Yahweh B'Hashem El Shai B'Hashem Harakah Kadash. All right. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not your teachers be removed into a corner anymore. Why are they not going to be removed into a corner? It says it, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. That's right, for your eyes to see your teachers. And in seeing them, that's that time and chance happening, basically to cross paths and to stir up your pure minds and put you into remembrance, even though you once knew these things, right? To activate that spirit within you. Okay, because as the apostle so eloquently went into in Ephesians, the first chapter, it speaks about our basically the first fruits being chosen from the beginning. The Lord, when the Lord put forth the word being Yahweh Shai tells you in Colossians, the first chapter, from 13, I believe, on down, it basically tells you how he made everything, the principalities, things that are seen, visible, invisible. He made everything, right? He made the elect in order to go forth, the first fruits, basically, to basically through the strength and power of Yahweh, basically to serve as first fruits of the Most High power, fittingly so for him to be the figurehead in the body, well, not the figurehead, but the head in the body of Yahweh Shai, the body of Yahweh Shai. Basically, he's fittingly the head, because we are, Lord willing, the first fruits of the body. Okay. So it says, and thine eyes shall hear a word being behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. And that's the spirit, basically, because it tells you in Romans the 10th chapter, the faith cometh by hearing. So that's basically how the Lord set up, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. So no matter which way you walk in this life, basically you're always going to be walking in the righteous way, upon the righteous path. Okay. Now this is Matthew 13, 10 to 15, all right? Or shall I read down? Yeah, 16 actually. So, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Okay, so now this plays into the previous scripture about seeing your idols, let's say it, man, seeing your teachers on the streets basically, and the spirit activating within you to basically take heed unto your teachers. All right, it's not no ordinary type thing, man. And this is going to show you. This is an example. It says in Matthew 13 and 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Why is it given unto you? Because there's a thing known as fruits, all right, of the Most High. But there's a thing known as the first fruits of those said fruits of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Harakah Kadash. And those are the ones that it's given unto to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven from the beginning, all right? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given, all right? Because they are not the first fruits. For whosoever to him shall be given, all right? He shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he have. All right. So basically, him that have is gonna be given, but he don't have any, is gonna be taken away. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing, they hear not, neither do they understand. That's right. They see the word, they hear, they see that their teachers are on the corners. They hear the words that they're saying, that, you know, they got some points, but as it tells you in Hebrews the 4th chapter, them not being mixed with faith, basically they don't take heed to those words. Okay, all right, and ultimately it's the fulfillment of prophecy, right, which it speaks of in the 14th verse, reading on, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, all right? So they got a rotten, the word heart in the Hebrew, lab, basically means brain, your mind. So it's saying basically they got a rotten brain, all right? That's why it tells you in Isaiah the 1st chapter that the children of Israel, you know, the arse know if his owner, the ox his master's crib. The arse know if his owner, the ox his master's crib. I believe it goes like that. But Israel doth not know and does not consider. Because basically those are two real docile, dumb animals, but they even got the sense to know who their masters are, all right? But guess what? These foolish and sottish children, I tell you Jeremiah 4, they're basically so dumb, and they're dumb, you know, dumb that they have no sense to even think upon those things, all right? And their ears are dull of hearing, all right? So they're deaf, and their eyes have closed, they're blind. Lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand that they're with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them, all right? Because really, ultimately, the healing comes from the acknowledgement of the consideration of your power, basically. Why are you in this position? Why don't you have these things? And then the Lord basically, when you take heed onto his word, that's when the Lord will basically bless you from all of these things that have been done, all right? But this really goes back to, as King David said, let their table be made a snare. So you got these people that are not of the first fruits, that they're basically bumping into the table. They're meant to sit down and enjoy the table, but they're bumping into it, crashing their shin against the table, and basically just gone off wandering in darkness looking for something else, another table to eat at. All right? So verse 16, a key point, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. All right? Because why? Because the Most High, all right, basically, Lord willing, set us up to be of the first fruits, the elect of the nation of Israel, basically, all right, which is a kingdom that's likened unto, a fisher that casts out his net and put it in the sea, and basically in his net he drew in like bad and good, basically, lawful and unlawful fish. But then the good was cast aside, and sorry, the good was kept and the bad cast aside, and basically, that's uh, an analogy on the kingdom. Okay, so let me roll into this scripture now. So this is Revelations 1 and 7. Sorry, 1 and 7, 7 and 1. Okay, we're gonna go down to the third verse, and it reads, okay. And after these things I say, for 4 angels standing, Salakia. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, north, east, south, west. That's the 4 corners. Okay, that's basically, compassing the whole earth. All right, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. That's the wind of destruction, the thermonuclear destruction. All right, and nuclear winds that can wipe out the earth. All right. So it says, verse 2, and I saw an angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. All right. So he cried upon them that had that authority to fight, to destroy the earth, basically to let loose the destruction upon the earth. And this is what he said. He said, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Right, so as it tells you in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, that basically men were sent, it was talking about angels, but even we were coming that same, we're the angels that kept not our first estate, and we're coming in the same stead. We're sent forth basically to set a mark, right, of an exemption. When you go into that word in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, the word there is for war, which means a mark of exemption. Okay, which even it said, which I just realized, said it was the angel had the seal of the living power, so he was marked for righteousness as well. So he said, like, until we seal the servants of till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Now, the reason why they're sealed in their foreheads is by the wisdom. But in order for it to get in their foreheads, what channels does it have to go through? Their eyes and their ears, which the first fruits, those eyes and those ears, they haven't gone dull. They haven't lost their sense or ability. So they are allowed to receive that wisdom, basically, and be sealed. All right. So, but the point is, it says they are sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. That's the only way. That's really playing into the time and chance happening to all men. That time and chance of those people that sigh and cry for the abominations, and they cross paths, and their mind is, and the Lord has it where they're open, because it's not like they ain't all Jakes out here sighing. There's a lot of Jakes out here sighing and crying for the abominations that be done of. But again, the parable of the seas in Matthew the 13th chapter talks about various ways that these men are sighing and crying, but they can't fully apply themselves to the truth. All right, but it has to be his time and chance that you, in your state of being, that you are of the elect. Basically, the Lord set up as to where, this being predestined from the beginning, that you're of the chosen, and no matter what happens, you're gonna basically be established in the end. Okay, being of his elect, being the first fruits of the nation of Israel. All right, time and chance, Slakia, is all it's about, man. All right, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. All right, so that's, it seems as if it's a small number, out there on the highways and byways teaching at this point in time, but time and chance, man. The magnification of the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yoshai B'Hashem Al-Rakah Kadosh is appointed for a set time, all right? And it's going to happen. So with that, I pray you edify. Shalom.